Alo alo. Alo alo. Ok ok ok. Chưa lâu vào cái nào. Bên anh tiếng quạt à hay là tiếng gì ấy? Nó kiểu tiếng gió ấy. Rồi chẳng anh vẫn giữ cái đường đấy rồi gì. Ok thế rồi. Anh ghép tí đá vui là mình trên. Setco có sắp ngon hơn nhiều. Đá Setco sướng hơn. Một thằng nhanh. Dạ thằng ạ. Còn đấy thể deep deep em ghét bọn style deep lắm. Ghét deep deep đúng gì. Deep nó kiểu những cái lùi nó chả kiểu đang bóng, nhưng vấn đề là kiểu nó lùi quá, nhiều khi nó cũng bứt lên đấy, thế là mình đang tính đá con Mbappé hâu về hay là đá con ấy nhỉ, con hâu với low style, nhưng mà con này khỏe phết đấy.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this player, Grafenberg, is someone I can't decide whether he's a 6, an 8 or a 10, Peter. He basically plays all of those roles in every game. And, of course, he's the main connector between defence and midfield. But he'll be the one playing the majority of the team's progressive passes forward. He's also a really physical presence, and he must be a bit of a night.
Valverde! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
That is very well defended. Now it's Tura. And it's Soboslai. Nuno Mendes. For Soboslai. Bellingham. And the ball is out of play. Van Dijk gathers from the goal kick. Mosquera. Knocks it into space. He's not got that quite right. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Can he get it through? Not the most accurate pass. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Tries to play it through. All driven towards the far post. Saliba tries to clear. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Looking for options for movement. Chance for a shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Hong Kong really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
They've played it short. And here's Eze. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He's on it. Can he get away? Botafogo. Little doubt, that is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Howson. It's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Bellingham. Well timed, excellent interception. Mosquera gets rid without sophistication. And it's Gravenberg. And he's in on goal. And he shoots! Botafogo yet to have an attempt on goal. Now, can they get him away? And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. He's had it nicked away. Eze. Valverde. Hakimi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. "30 minutes gone. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. It's Valverde. Marquinhos. Hakimi tries making a foray down the right. Good ball. There's the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Thuram.
This is the time you need that pace.
He's got away. He's had a shot! That's another chance. Goal! Botafogo! And Botafogo are in front. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Botafogo have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Hakimi.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And the shot! It's a goal! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And it's made its way to him. Gravenberg did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he's gone looking for safety. Eze. And we've reached half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So we're into the second 45. Saliba. Hakimi. Valverde. And here's Vinicius Junior. That has not gone well. Played into space. Bellingham is flagged offside. Szoboszlai. Now it's Thuram. And it's Bellingham. And it's Szoboszlai. Valverde. Bellingham. Now this could be a chance. This looks promising. Elects to cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Eze. Chouameni. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Eze. Hakimi aims beyond the defence. Bellingham, he is just caressing the ball. No, he wasn't going to let him past. And he's there to belt it away. Szoboszlai producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Nuno Mendes. For Szoboszlai. And it's Mendes. Can he latch on to this? It's a mighty effort! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Camisa 9, camisa 27, camisa 7.
Hakimi.
Fechando o campo para a entrada de camisa 30, camisa 20, camisa
Going to be
19.
disappointed with that.
Camisa
They want to make the most of this turnover.
Substituição.
Made into space out wide. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Quality ball. Now he's off and running. Botafogo do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Havertz is sporting a guilty look after that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
And here's Szoboszlai. Played out wide. Threads one in. Nuno Mendes. And he's whipped in a terrific header. Harmlessly behind.
Teremos uma substituição.
Kong making consecutive changes here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Saka. And here's Haaland. Pinches it off him.
Hong Kong really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Nuno Mendes. Botafogo ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. That's good vision. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Saka. This is promising. Osimhen. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? Botafogo really could have done without this. This to complete the turnaround. The comeback is complete. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa
Botafogo
11.
have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant. Applies the finish! Nuno Mendes. And it's Neves. That's a shade optimistic.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Rice. Hakimi. Great vision. Now it's Havertz. And he's straight offside. That pass has been well intercepted. Saliba can't... That's that, the end. Botafogo illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And that was very necessary, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's found the Bellingham! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
Substituição em andamento.
Botafogo with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Soboslai with the short one. Nuno Mendes, he's got full! That's a half-decent try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Soboslai tries to pass it through. There's no flag.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he goes cross-field.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Crosses it in. It's a mighty effort! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Mbappe! Botafogo have it. Can he finish? And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Quarter of an hour played. That is good strength. Now it's Bellingham. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, they've got a good grip on this game now to turn it into a stranglehold.
Bellingham. Howson. Now it's Rafael Leao. Kluivert. Now it's Thuram. Now it's Szoboszlai. Little doubt, that is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Szoboszlai. Nicely weighted ball. Rice. Vinicius Junior. Over to the left.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Now it's Rice. Chance to shoot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nuno Mendes. Looking for the run. Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the counter is on. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Thuram. Thuram. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. That's been cut out, well played. Szoboszlai. And it's Mendes. Can he get it through? The ball goes in. And he's there to clear it. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he's heaved it away. Vinicius Junior pokes it out wide. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Hakimi. Great vision. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's gone looking for safety. Nicely shaped ball. Well, that's well seen too. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Kluivert. Kluivert takes control of it and he's on the move. Aimed beyond the defence. And it's Kluivert.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Searching pass he's played there. And claimed it back swiftly. And it's half-time here. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start, and if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for this second half.
So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Botafogo clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Good ball, good take. Swings in across.
That was well seen too. Good clearance. That's a shame because it was such a good decision.
Rice tries to thread one through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. Now, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Rice. Vinicius Junior. Quick look, then can he finish? Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Out to the left it goes. That has not gone well. Mbappe. Thuram. That is a brilliant interception. And it's Kluivert. Hakimi receives it in a good position here. That's going to go a long way. Turns back here, probably the best option. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Now, can they get him away? Rafael Leao. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Bellingham. Stood up well to him there. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Can he get on the end of this? Thuram was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Ambitious ball here. Oh, just skips past his man. Oh, robust challenge. Oh, can he get onto this? Mosquera does well to get it back. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Bellingham, drilled in low. Mbappe,
This is the time you need that pace.
he can run onto that. Thuram, decent chance! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Kluivert is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Camisa 9, camisa 8, camisa 19,
Chouameni,
camisa 11. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 18,
Hakimi.
camisa 30.
He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, no joy this time.
Camisa 21, camisa 15. Substituição.
Nuno Mendes, not the most accurate pass. Into the last quarter of an hour. Haaland, it's run loose here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Saka does really well to win the ball there. Šeško, and it's Neves. It's a searching pass. He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Now he's got space here. Now it's Mbappe. Can he latch onto this? Shapes to shoot! It's in! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you ought to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
Camisa 18.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Hong Kong are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Hong Kong have penetrated for the first time.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Now it's Haaland. Rice. Looking to play him in. Cleared without complication.
Botafogo really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
He's in a great position here. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. In he goes again! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Saka, looking for options for movement. Oh, he's burst through. Oh, it's a chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And that's that. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Botafogo
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And already we're underway here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I've been hugely impressed with what I've seen so far from this guy, Jude Bellingham. You don't become a regular at one of Europe's leading teams at 17 unless you're very, very special. And he's the epitome of, if you're good enough, you're old enough.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Bellingham. Valverde. Oh, well played, well played.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And it's been taken short. And here's Eze. And it's Hakim. Chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Good ball, good take. He's got away. And that is expertly dealt with. Mbappe might just make this. That has been cut short. Bellingham. Now, can they get him away? I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Van de Ven. More and more pressure on the ball here. Neither side yet able to find the net. Bellingham. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Spread neatly. Throw in. Now it's Eze. He's shifting through the gears here. He can get that clear. Doku on a strong run down the right. Rodri with the slide tackle there. Osimhen now looking to orchestrate a counter. Dink through. Shot could be on. Big chance! There it is! It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Of course, there's a question mark over the keeper on his near post there, but it was such a clever finish to spot the gap and find it.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Looking to play him in. It's played through for him. Haaland! Oh, it's come loose.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Chouameni cuts out the pass. Picked out, and the shot! Hakimi goes forward. Vinicius Junior is herring after that one. Timber. Doku. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Vinicius Junior. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Ambitious ball here. Chance for a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking for the run. Oh, he's been caught. Takes a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. Hakimi goes short. Vinicius Junior gives it back. Valverde. Oh, good read. Doku powering forward here. And that's another good win of the ball. Osimhen might just make this. Valverde. And he thumps it clear. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Timber. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Valverde. And it's Rodri. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that's a foul, free kick's been given. And that's going to be a booking. That's a little off target. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slip. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here.
Yeah, and I think it's a lesson to be learned in not conceding free kicks in this area.
He's gone direct. João Neves plays it short. Fired deep towards the back post. Hong Kong have the chance to go the other way. And it's Mendes. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top. How really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
He's having a shot! No mistake! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Can he latch on to this? Van Dijk does really well to win the ball there. Bellingham. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Van Dijk. Havertz. Hakimi. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And that's definitely not his best. João Neves. Nicely weighted ball. Van Dijk makes the interception. Timber. Chouameni. Forwards and with intent. Oh, well played. Chance! And he hits the net. Just 1 goal in it now. Game on. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Changement. Le numéro 11. Le numéro 15.
So time for change.
Le numéro
And
7.
this one has been on the cards
Le
for a
numéro
little
10.
while.
Le
This
numéro
is
9.
threatening to become a really good game.
Le numéro
Well, I think they
19.
have every chance of
Le
levelling
numéro
this
8.
now, Peter, but they've
Le
got to
numéro
stay calm and
14.
not go
Le
completely
numéro
gung-ho.
20. Le numéro 30.
Gravenberg. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. It's come to nothing.
Hong Kong clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Oh, that's a key interception. And now the breakaway. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Turan. Crosses it into the area. Hakimi tries to clear.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Tries a shot! He's got a goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Hong Kong could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Four extra minutes added on. And here's Valverde. Rafael Leao. Great chance! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foe. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.